Madvax Gaming.
Hello my little space cadets, Madvax Gaming here with another tutorial on the Security Breach DLC called Ruin. Today we are going to find all 27 wet floor signs to open up the door in Bonnie Bowl. There's actually technically 28 because there's one special one that only appears if you've done it correctly and got all 27. Now, listen carefully here because the fun trick is you can't go back and chapter select and try to find them that way. I did it that way and unfortunately it did not work. Now I'm on PlayStation 4 so maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. But it seems like you have to completely restart the game, and even sometimes I've seen some people online that are struggling with glitches that for some reason it's still not working. I restarted the game. I'm on PlayStation 4. I restarted. I found all 27, and luckily my 28th did show up. And I'm going to show you also what's behind the door, and at the end of the video we're going to discuss some secrets and talk about it. But if you don't want any spoilers, I am going to put a disclaimer in front of it so that way you don't see anything you don't want. But if you want to listen to my theories and see the other things that I might have found, go ahead and stay tuned. So we're going to go find them all, and let's get started. Chapter 1. So, the first one is going to be once you get your mask in Monty Golf, and you're going to open this door that leads to a Chica bathroom, and there's going to be one inside once we open this door. So that one's pretty simple. And here he is once you walk inside. And then you just put your mask on, and you hold the square down so you can deactivate him. Just like that. Now the next one is right when we see the second parent node, and it's going to be all the way in the back where you're going to look for the child nodes right when you first see the entity. We're going to shut him down just like that. And then the third and fourth are going to be through the electric door we finally open in the Monty Golf kitchen. You get this guy, he's right when you come in, and then right where you're going to exit. The other one is right here, so then we take care of this guy. And then the last one is right when you come through the hole in the wall into the daycare. He's to the left. And that's all the ones here. Now we have Chapter 2. As for Chapter 2, after you get the last generator, you're going to plop on down to the ground, and he's right here. So now we got that one. Then we go into the gift shop, and he's at the forklift that we need to get that other child node down. So this is the gift shop in the daycare. The next one is here in the daycare theater. You'll see a giant speaker to the left near the stage. This one's already deactivated because it glitched and it didn't take me deactivating him, but you'll have to deactivate him. So he's over there, big speaker to the left of the stage. Then, the secret room, remember from the original game, behind the poster with Foxy? You go in there where the BB game is, and he's right in here. And that is the last one. So now Chapter 3 is next. So the first one is right when we crash, and it's right next to where we're going to actually get onto the ride after we start it the second time, and he's under the steps. At the very end of this level, when you wrap all the way around, there's an easier way to get it, but if you want to make it go faster, you just got to line yourself up and you can get it through the stairs. And then the second one is a secret door that after you get out of the first door, you can slide down, and it actually takes you to the stage here, and then you go behind the stage to this trippy room where all of Monty's stuff is, including his legs, and then you get this one right here. And then, after we have ridden the ride for the second time and we're on our way to Roxy's, if you go all the way down the ramp, there's a red door here, and the door is to your left when you get off the ride, and he's right here. So then we'll grab that one. And the very last one is right when you get into Chica's Bakery on your way to Roxy Raceway. And what you're going to do is you're going to loop all the way around the garbage here. And we're getting to the point now where they're going to start by turning their back towards us when we don't have our mask on. So that's when you know that you've been definitely hitting all of them. They start to not look at you for some reason, which is kind of strange. Now we're going to work on Chapter 4. So the first one there is going to be after we've already gotten Chica crushed and we're looking around for the security nodes after we can put our mask on. It's in the boys' bathroom where the one security node is. The next one is when we go through the door we open because of the security node. My screen's buffering right now, so give me a second. And then for some reason it does this, but then you can get this one. It's right to the left when you come out of the doors. After that, you're going to go into this weird trippy VR place, and there's going to be a giant waterfall, and he's through the waterfall. So we just walk over here, and here he is chilling. And there's also a gift above him if you take that ramp, just FYI. I missed the gift the first time. Now we're going to move on to Chapter 5. The first one is on the Roxy stage in the Roxy Salon, right after the cutscene where we see her crying. He's on top of the stage up here, and there's also a gift to your right that you can grab. The next one is when you get the final child node. You'll see there's a staircase that you can go around, and there's one on that side, and then there's a one on the opposite side of the staircase as well. You'll also see them in the cameras when you're trying to do the little door puzzle. And then the last one for this one is in the men's bathroom, across from the bathroom where we see Chica go in to finally lay down and deactivate. Now we'll go on to Chapter 6. The first one is right when you go through the door into Roxy Raceway. If you go straight across, you'll see a red door while she's talking. And if you go through this door, you will see your wet floor sign. So we'll go in here, and here he is. And there's also a gift to your left as well, because this is kind of a little secret area that you don't really need to go into, so you want to make sure you go into it. The next one is right before we go into the scene where the car comes after us. You'll see these two little bathrooms, and he's to the right. And then there is one in here in the gift shop that you go into. He's right before you go to the door to leave. And after we leave and we head up to this office before Bonnie Bull, here is the last one. So we deactivate him. Chapter 7. So these are our last ones. The first one's in the very back of Bonnie Bull, right where on the other side is where the bowling alley is itself. So you grab him. And then the next one is in the arcade, right near the camera. You have to deactivate the security things that way you can put your mask on and deactivate him. And the very last one is going to be where the giant bowling ball node is. It's all the way over here where there's a big Bonnie sign in lockers, and we're gonna go over and head to him. For some reason, once I got like the very last one and like head over on PlayStation 1, it gets really glitchy and laggy for me. But once we get all 27 of those, we should be able to go to the very end of the bowling alley, and this one will appear. So this is the 28th, and then we can grab this. So now that we got them all, here is where you might want to stop the video because we're going to show you some secrets. So we're going to go ahead and head inside of here. And this is it, guys. So there is a Helpy plush right here. And for like when I was back here, it was so laggy for me. I don't know why, but it was incredibly laggy for me in here. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I'm just glad I can. And here's Bonnie laying on the floor, and his eyes are glowing. You can see like they're glowing, kind of like he's almost still slightly alive. But then the next thing we're gonna have to do after we take a little look here at him, you can see he's really beat up, and it's honestly sad. Like, it's a shame, but he's such a cool character. I wish we had more of him. But now let's deactivate these guys. So there's 4 of them. We'll get this one. Again, it was so slow and glitchy for me. This one, like, you can't really tell I'm lagging on record at least, but the reason I'm moving so slow is because I had to like move frame by frame. I don't know why. I guess because I'm somewhere I'm not really supposed to be. So now that we got this last one, his eyes turn off. So, you know, what does this exactly mean? I don't know. It almost seems like maybe we're setting him free, or, you know, I don't know. But it's exciting to think about, and that's like this is the area like where we came. So you can go back through this way, But then you can also go back through here, and there's a little vent, and then you can exit the area through this little vent too. At first I was really excited. I was like, oh, where's this vent go? But it literally just takes us, like, and makes us leave. And then I thought, well, maybe there's a secret on the other side. So, like, before I hopped out, I turned around and I realized I'm just still vented in. So then I can plop out like that, which is pretty cool. But some other stuff I wanted to show you while we are in here. If you look closely, you can see that splat on the wall and a broken bowling ball, and you can see like where his skull was hit, and also this bowling pin is cracked, so it almost seems like he was hit by like a bowling pin or something, which is really sad. But another thing too I want to show you here, if you see the pizza sign and put the mask on, you can see his eyes glowing, which I thought was pretty cool. And then, of course, the other thing we can look at for Bonnie is when we finally open the tent after getting all the nodes, we can come in here and you see his poster and it says "You and Me Forever" and Freddie signed it, and he has tons of Freddie merch, so they were obviously besties, which I just think is so heartbreaking. The last thing I wanted to point out, when you are trying to find all the nodes in Chapter 7, if you hit the pause menu and you look at your objective, it's called "I'm Lonely." Now, most people probably think this has to do with Gregory because we're trying to find him, but I personally think it's kind of a hint towards Bonnie. I don't know what you guys think, but I just thought that was kind of suspicious. And the fact that you find a golden Bonnie plush in this level too, it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's more to come with Bonnie. And I definitely think that Monty, there's obviously things pointing to that in the first game that Monty, went in there one night, he was jealous, he wanted to basically be Bonnie, and we take the tour on the ride in the third chapter and it shows that Bonnie handed him the base, which that's obviously not the case. He obviously got jealous, he wants to take over, and we also see hints when we're playing Monty Golf in the first game that he eventually wants to take over and be Freddy, and we see Freddy in the dumpster. So it's pretty clear that Monty has a serious ego problem and he just wants to take over and be number one. If there's a way to fix Bonnie, I really, really hope so. I hope something comes out that we can fix him and that we'll be able to bring him back. There's obviously something going on, because why would we turn off all the signs, and when we turn off all the signs, his eyes, stop glowing? Like, did we set him free? Is that the thing? Like, we set him free so he's not suffering anymore? Or did we open up the possibility that he will be able to come back? I don't know, but these are just some interesting things that I kind of saw while I was exploring as well. The fact that you can see the sign glowing, his eyes glow there just like the way his eyes glow before we deactivate the signs. Like all things like that. And I mean, they, like, all animatronics can be fixed. Like, they all can go on top of another endoskeleton. So it's quite possible, after the ending with Cassie maybe crashing the elevator, we hear Roxy say her name. That doesn't necessarily mean that she died. So maybe she's going to go around in another DLC and start to fix everybody. Maybe she'll fix Roxy fully, she'll fix Chica fully, she'll fix Monty fully, well, maybe not Monty because he's got some serious issues, and she'll fix Bonnie, or maybe she'll just fix Bonnie and Roxy, and we'll be able to make a team to stop the Mimic. There's a lot of possibilities for some new DLCs, or just a straight up sequel to the game, and I'm honestly really excited. We'll see what kind of secrets come out in the Help Wanted 2, even though they make it like it's just some regular VR game. We know there's going to be undercover stuff to do. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to play it because it looks like it's only going to be for PlayStation 5 and the newer VRs, but I will definitely watch it all and see what I can figure out through there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you guys out. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is. I hope it's freaking fantastic. And if it's your birthday, happy freaking birthday. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.